to create buttons and badges. So by the end of this, you'll kind of know our process for making our micro-credential badges like this. We also use Canva to create things like website buttons, and these are maybe even some that you're seeing in our presentation for today. And I just want to walk you through this process because it's so simple and really stunning kind of result that just takes everything to the next level. So I'm going to click Create a Design, do a custom size, and we find that a 500 by 500 pixel box works really nicely, especially if you're bringing this into like Google Sites or anything else, just a nice simple square. And so you can see these different badges that we've had. We're going to kind of lean into shapes that already exist within Canva and just do a little bit of color matching and a lot of copying and pasting. So I've got so many tabs open. Let me find the one we're in. I'm going to begin by selecting elements, and I want to see all of the lines and shapes. There are a lot of nice kind of go-to badge options that are in here. You're going to just pick one that's going to work for you. These are nice and fun too. And just for the sake of it being a little different, I'll bring this one in. I'm going to size it up because my goal is to put an image inside of that and then maybe like a bit of a text on the bottom. I'm going to come up to the border and bring up the border weight to a thickness that I think looks good. And I kind of like rounding the corners so it's not so sharp. Those are just aesthetic choices. And then for the fill, I'm going to make that empty for now. This color palette's going to be really useful later, and I'll show you why. So then my next step is just to bring in the image of what I want to go inside this badge. So just for practice sake, I've done a little Google Drive image search and found something with a transparent background. I'm going to copy that. And it's really easy to remove the background within Canva, so that's not a big deal either. But it's so simple. I can just paste that right in. I just used a keyboard shortcut to do that. There is a way to upload images with the toolbar over on the side, but it's just not even necessary. It'll just accept the keyboard command cut and paste. Now, what's lovely is I can come back to this black shape that I had created as my badge earlier and now go to my border color. And Canva has automatically recognized the hex codes of this image that I've dropped in. So I can do some color matching just real quick, kind of play around with what I think looks good. And the power of this is, like, if you look at our micro-credential badges, I mean, we have over 55 of these. And what's so lovely is anytime we brought in a new icon, like, we had like the color palette is gonna pop in. It might take a while to populate because this is a pretty big file. I'm asking Canva to do a lot of work right now, but it is reading the color of the thing that's coming in, and it's gonna automatically give me a color palette to work from, which makes matching the stuff that I have over here just really easy, super easy. So let me come back. Sure, I like this red. That's kind of fun. And then I want to add kind of a text feature across the bottom. So I like a soft rounded corner. You might want something with sharper edges. But again, I'm just going to draw a quick shape down here for my text to go in. And I'm just using a little bit of alignment that Canva's giving me. I want to go ahead and say, let's try that in green, maybe try that in yellow. I like the yellow more, but you can quickly kind of play through and see what looks best for you. Ooh, I kind of like the blue. It's so fun. And then I'm going to just put my text on top of that. So let's just quickly call that a drive badge. I find that white looks really good against colors, like white text against a color font tends to look better, I think, than black. It just feels like it gives it a nice pop. and kind of some more transparency. Some other fun tricks, just so that you know they exist. I think I can come in, I mean, I can do some stuff with transparency. I can do some different things with shape. I think those are the main things I want to show you. So what's lovely about this is once I kind of have my initial badge the way that I like it, and I've tweaked it, and I've chosen my font style, and I'm happy, then all I want to do from here is duplicate it, and then I can really easily just make a couple of quick changes. Let's get rid of that, and let's say now instead of a drive image, we're just in the land of Google right now, so let's do a doc logo, bloop bloop, and sure, I'll grab that one. Although, no, I think I like this Wikimedia Commons one better. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to bring it back over. Am I in here? Yep. Paste it in. My template's already done. I'm going to bring that up. And this is pretty monochromatic, but all the same, I can come into my border, and now these new colors are in here. And very quickly, I can fine tune this badge to match the exact hex colors of the art that I'm bringing in. So you have a beautiful uniformity in shape and a lot of diversity in color. One last trick that is really worth knowing is if I go ahead and rename these, oh, I guess I need to call this doc badge. Then when it's time, and let's say that I've got 20 of these in here, it's time to download them, and I bring them all in as PNGs, whatever you want to do here, transparent background, that's a really handy feature. Maybe you don't want that. When I download them, if I have named each page, it is going to give the new zipped file those names as well. So when I open this up, you'll see that this first image, the image name is going to be drive badge, and then this image name is going to be doc badge once that zip folder is expanded. And that's really useful. That just naming protocol is really useful. So like, for example, if I'm just doing a search right now, and I know that I have a, do we have a Canva? Oh, I use Canva way too much. It's just in my mind. I'm trying to think of a micro-credential that we have. Let's say 3D printing. And now I'm just embarrassing myself. I'm just so embarrassing myself. I'm going to go to Finder. I'm going to do a search term. And now I'm going to say 3D print. No. Usually I can do this and I can find exactly the name of one of my micro-credential badges. So let me try BrainPad. So I have downloaded this at some point to my computer. And if I just need to find that, there we go. Like that's in a folder somewhere on my machine. But because I named it here and then named it again when I downloaded it, it's really easy to get it back. So just taking a bit of time and naming each of your pages, if you're making a huge document, is a really handy way to then be able to download that as a zipped file, expand it, and then kind of quickly pull up the file you're working for by name instead of, like copy of copy of copy, like I have of all of my Canva copies up here. So I hope that that's helpful. It's super fun building badges inside Canva. I could do it all day. Thank you.